Alright guys, TouchGrubby back again today. Hope you're enjoying your Friday so far. Before we get into today's video, just wanted to say the support on the channel has been absolutely outrageous, to be honest. It was only a week and a little bit ago when Champs began and we just hit 25k on the channel, and well, since then it's been absolutely out of control. We're now on the better half of 26,500 subscribers. Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, well, if you guys are continuing to enjoy the video, I certainly love making them, and well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, let's put it that way. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, as always. Today we're going to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare being nominated as an esports, well, an esport nomination of the year, I suppose. The esports awards that happen every single year. This time I imagine they're not going to be happening in person, unfortunately, because they're pretty entertaining to watch, and usually Call of Duty does relatively well in terms of the players, like console player of the year, rookie console player of the year, this kind of stuff. May even won broadcaster of the year. We've had like Deserter, of course, that came from Call of Duty win, I suppose, you know, like coverage website of the year and this type of stuff. Pretty cool to see. But well, Call of Duty usually manages to sneak a nomination for esport of the year. This time around, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and some of the pros don't exactly think this is well deserved. Let's go into that today then. First of all, wanted to mention, as Charlie Intel says, watch the Call of Duty Championship weekends starting tomorrow, August 29th, on Sunday, so the 30th, for a chance to win a Black Ops Cold War beta code. No announcement yet on when the beta is actually coming out, but we know the multiplayer reveal is September 9th, so I imagine within a couple of weeks after that or something. But as it says, fans will have to watch CDL Champ Sunday through either the CoD companion app or the CDL website, and Activision say they have 10,000 beta codes which will be distributed randomly to fans watching. So if you don't want to pre-order the game in order to get beta access, you know, you can watch the CDL. This might be pretty good for viewership, to be honest, given that we've seen in the CSGO majors, for example, in the past, when they have drops and stuff on certain maps, or pretty much all the maps. If you watch the major, there's a chance you get a drop which is actually worth some monetary value. And you know, people have paid for beta codes in the past, like a couple of quid here and there, just to get access to it rather than having to pre-order. So it does have some value, I suppose, a beta code. And well, if you can get one just for watching the stream, that might be pretty good, as long as they well, do a good job promoting this, I suppose, to the outside audience. So here we go, Esports Awards 2020, the finalists for the Esports Game of the Year in association with whatever are League of Legends, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Call of Duty, baby, Dota 2, Rainbow Six, Rocket League, Valorant, Formula 1, and Fortnite. So, you know, no Fall Guys, unfortunately, but I think they did get a nomination somewhere else, actually, somehow. But regardless, Call of Duty manages to make it on the list. It kind of always manages to make it on the list, but well, Scraps did talk about exactly what his thoughts are on the matter, and well, how exactly is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, arguably, at least from the pros perspective, has been the worst Call of Duty game, at least for competitive support, and well, actually to play from a competitive standpoint for a number of reasons. The 12 Hz issues, I mean, even most recently we talked about the MP5 tweak. Doesn't seem like the developers are really on board and haven't really been the entire year. There's no ranked mode, you know, Dead Silence doesn't work properly. We didn't get a great third mode. We have to play Domination. I mean, like, the spawns in a number of the modes are absolutely like chaos, to be honest. The squad spawning mechanic, which really hasn't been the case in the past. For a number of reasons, Modern Warfare hasn't been considered the best game for competitive integrity and for competitive play more generally. A lot of the pros are pretty happy with that it's going to be over right when we go back to a track title. This is some of Scraps' thoughts on the matter.
So I'm currently sat on the toilet and I feel like I'm still asleep in bed. What have you just said? It's been voted for Game of the Year. You fucking talking shit? Who's running the show? Who's put out for votes? Eh? Talking Macapaco?
So, of course, it did get nominated. It probably will not win, of course. I mean, it's very difficult to do so anyway, and there's some other games, certainly, which deserve more of a mention, I suppose, than Call of Duty this year. Of course, it has gone into the franchise league, done pretty well, to be honest, based on certain expectations and some of the difficulties that it's been had, especially against something like Overwatch, for example, which doesn't even get nominated here, which is pretty interesting. If Call of Duty wins, I would be mind-blown. I mean, you know, who knows, right? Maybe next season, maybe Call of Duty gets third place or gets nowhere near the top 4, but who knows? Maybe next year we get a better game, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War turns out to be one of the best competitive titles we've ever had, and then Call of Duty is actually competing to be an A-tier esport, which would be cool to see. Cool to see it nominated, I suppose, at the very least. Shows at the very least that the Call of Duty League is gaining some traction. This comes out as well from the CoD League yesterday, announcing the Metro by T-Mobile All-Star Weekends. Watch your favourite Call of Duty League players go 1v1 on September 12th through the 13th. Now, this is pretty interesting. So all the teams here, voting begins Monday, August 31st. Interesting timing, actually. actually, because this is just before roster lock like begins, I suppose, or just before like the roster period opens on September the 14th, which is when absolute chaos is probably going to ensue. I'm sure a lot of the players are already talking behind the scenes right now at what rosters they want to build for next season, but on September the 14th, that's when the floodgates open, I suppose, and players can start signing for different organizations if they want to switch around. Interesting timing though, because of course this comes after the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal, a couple of weekends after the World Championship. It doesn't make it clear, to be honest, which game this is going to be played on, right? It doesn't say, it just says the time, and I think you can vote for the players, as it says here. Voting begins August 31st after the Champs weekend begins, or finishes, of course, and you know, you can choose the players you want to play in this all-star matchup. Doesn't make it clear, I don't think, which game it's going to be played on, which makes it possible that this is actually going to be played on a 1v1 in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Not out of the question, right? Multiplayer reveal just happens, beta just around the corner, 2 weeks after Champs. Are they going to have the players back on, you know, back on Modern Warfare? So the last thing we get to see of Modern Warfare is players playing 1v1 rather than the World Championship Grand Final. Seems a little bit strange to me. Octane definitely takes this in that it could be Modern Warfare, as he says, like, vote for me, I dare you, because of course he doesn't even have the game downloaded right now. A number of the players, of course, have deleted it over the last week or so. Can't really blame them, but who knows? Could be pretty cool to see a 1v1 on that game. I remember back in Black Ops 3 we had like a proper esports reveal. I don't know if that'll happen anymore. Would be good to see that now. The league is franchised, it's super official. An esports reveal happened back in Black Ops 3. We didn't really have all this infrastructure we have today, and well, maybe a 1v1 is all we're going to get, but could be cool to see and keep your eyes on as well. This came out also from the Call of Duty League. We talked yesterday about the Call of Duty League rings that they're bringing out. What's mad is that these are real black diamonds on the actual ring itself. So if you guys didn't see this yesterday, I'll bring it up on screen for you guys here once again. Looks honestly pretty nice. I'd have absolutely no complaints if I was walking away with this one. You've kind of got the Call of Duty League logo, I suppose, in the back there, but also there's some more things that you get as well. As we see, you get this, well, you get the ring, of course, which the winners have always got throughout Call of Duty history. Been a very, very cool thing, to be honest, having Call of Duty. I really like that as an aspect of the World Championships. You also get the trophy, of course, which we looked at a couple of weekends ago. Then we get the throne, which we discussed yesterday, but also there's a pair of custom Jordans that are be going on for the winners as well, which is honestly like pretty cool stuff, to be fair. I mean, imagine rocking up to next year's champs in these. People would know you were the real deal. There were some discussions around this throne as well, the fact that I think it's only just one throne which is created for each team, so it's not like every player gets a throne. That'd be pretty unbelievable. But supposedly the winners of each World Championship are going to be kind of engraved on it, and then over years, like, you kind of build up a repertoire of the World Champions over the year. That's a pretty cool idea, and definitely well, definitely some bragging rights if you manage to get your name on one of these, and well deserved for sure. Just to finish off the video, I wanted to talk about this well, little clip that came out from the Eavesdrop podcast a couple of days ago now, with the Royal Ravens founder talking about how Joe is no longer their head coach. He went back to the UK, doesn't really give any reasons on this, but I've kind of well, not exactly expected this, but kind of thought that something was going on over the last few months, because usually you hear quite a lot from the coaches, but Joe had been pretty much radio silent. Shane, of course, is pretty you know, pretty regular on the Twitter sphere and talking about the games and this kind of stuff, also a coach over there. So it looks like Dominate now has been the head coach for a while, and kind of Shane being like the assistant, strategic kind of coach in that role, and Joe nowhere to be found. So yeah, I'll just play this clip real quick.
The coaches. Well, people don't know, Hector, we made a coaching change and we kept it quiet. That's the one thing you'll learn about us. We try to keep things inside, internal. And Dom and Shane, Dom's been more the head coach now, not Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's, you know, he went back to the UK. And, you know, I think if you look, Dom and Shane have put some things in that have really gotten this team peaking.
And also, just to finish off, this is something I noticed. I get these updates from Spoonbill as well, but Chronocelial Intel points this out as well. Jerd changed their bio to professional player for the Royal Ravens. Now it just says professional Call of Duty player. So what can we potentially read into this? Looks like he may have parted ways with the Royal Ravens, right? Like, that's kind of what this says on the surface. We saw a similar thing, to be honest, with Aches, of course, being released from the Los Angeles Guerrillas. A lot of these teams are probably thinking, well, you know, do we have the funding really to support all of this massive roster on the organization? I mean, we had Jerd, of course, on the bench, other players on the bench as well, like Nasty. I mean, MattG, of course, rated now on the bench for sure. And then we're looking at the coaching staff, and they released Joe, and we've seen similar things with OpTic Gaming when they released Pac-Man. Definitely an argument to be said that was done for monetary reasons behind the scenes, and well, to keep the books balanced, I suppose, with the pandemic that we've gone into. And well, Jerd releasing Royal Ravens from his bio. What does the future hold for him, right? Because of course, course, if he's not going to go back to the Ravens, didn't have the best season this time, benched off the team, and of course, well, since bringing Zero in, they have become one of the best teams in the world, made top 4 at champs. Very impressive indeed. Judd's been such a great player over his career, but you know, this season he really didn't have the best one, and how much stock does he have going into next year, right? Probably not that much. It might take like another 4 teams coming into the CDL for Judd to get a starting spot. Maybe they consider getting him onto Paris or something like that. That could be an option, but you know, he doesn't say much on the social media, so it's difficult to read into this, but yeah, definitely looks like he's no longer with the Royal Ravens, and it would certainly be a pretty underwhelming end to Judd's career if this was how he was going to go out, but you know, we'll have to see what the future holds. I'm sure the roster mania period this year will be absolute chaos, as it always is, but with the 4v4 16 team rumour definitely on the horizon, and well, a legitimate possibility for sure, you know, it could be chaos. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you next time.